Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. On this segment, we are going to talk about who is the welterweight greatest of all time. Kamaru Usman had another title defense, of course, last night against Colby Covington. Great competitive fight. That was the fifth time Kamaru defended his belt. Dana White came out in an interview and stated that he believes that Kamaru Usman is the welterweight greatest of all time. The other UFC fighter, of course, in that argument is Georges St-Pierre. So let's go over their stats and talk about who's the welterweight GOAT. Alright, so first let's start with the amount of belts at welterweight. Georges St-Pierre, 2 times welterweight champ, 1-time interim. Kamaru Usman, 1-time UFC welterweight champ. Mixed martial arts record, GSP 26-2, Kamaru Usman 20-1. Obviously GSP more fights in his overall MMA career. Welterweight finishes, Georges St-Pierre 8, Kamaru Usman 4. Title defenses, GSP 9. He reigned from 2008 to 2013, relinquished his belt. Kamaru Usman 5 defenses, 2019 to 2021, still current champ. A few accolades, Georges St-Pierre most wins and title bouts at welterweight. Second longest title streak in the UFC, 2,204 days. Kamaru Usman most consecutive wins in welterweight history with 15. Let's talk about the UFC champs they've defeated, whether past, present, or future, other divisions, just champs in general. Georges St-Pierre has defeated 3 UFC champs at welterweight, V.I.P.N, Matt Hughes, Sean Sherk. Kamaru Usman defeated 2 UFC champs at welterweight, RDA and Tyron Woodley. Alright, let's go over some of their overall UFC stats and performance. So Georges St-Pierre strikes landed per minute 3.78, Kamaru Usman 4.66. Striking accuracy, Georges St-Pierre 53%, Kamaru Usman 52%. Strikes absorbed per minute, GSP 1.40, Kamaru Usman 2.59. Striking defense, GSP 72%, Kamaru Usman 58%. Takedown average for Georges St-Pierre 4.16, Kamaru Usman 3.0. Takedown success rate 74% for GSP, Usman 49%. Takedown defense, GSP 83%, Kamaru Usman 100%. Submission averages within 15 minutes, Georges St-Pierre 1.1 and Kamaru Usman 0.1. So as far as like their overall performance and stats, GSP edges Usman out in the categories 6-2. Now here are some like really subjective thoughts on who's the greatest welterweight of all time. Some of their like attributes, abilities. I think the overall better mixed martial artist is Georges St-Pierre. He's more capable, more diverse. If you look at his striking, he can do more on the feet. I think Kamaru Usman is an amazing athlete, freak of nature. But Georges St-Pierre isn't a slouch either. Overall athletic ability, we're talking about speed, agility, strength, endurance, movement. For me, I think Georges St-Pierre is the better athlete. Now, quality of opponents. This is a hot topic because you have modern MMA and you have GSP's era. Now, honestly, I don't think there's like a huge difference in skill. Of course, guys present day tend to be more well-rounded, but it's not that much of a big difference. It's not like the early UFCs versus today. You still had plenty of guys in Georges St-Pierre's era that were dangerous on the feet, had skills on the feet and the ground, and grappling. Once again, it's not like this tremendous, absurd gap. And if you look at the way Georges St-Pierre dominated his opponents in their world where they were supposed to be exceptionally skilled at, he beat strikers in striking and he beat grapplers at grappling. The amount of decorated wrestlers Georges St-Pierre has defeated, out-wrestled, out-grappled, as well as like ground specialists, BJJ wise, it's pretty crazy. And a lot of those guys could do both. I mean, if you look at his opponents, Johnny Hendricks, dangerous on the feet, he could wrestle and grapple. Carlos Condit, same with him. Josh Koscheck, dangerous on the feet, good wrestler. Thiago Alves, scary Muay Thai, BJJ black belt. V.I.P.N, well-rounded. Sean Sherk, well-rounded. GSP has also outstruck plenty of strikers. Let's go over some of the guys that Kamaru Usman has defeated. Leon Edwards, well-rounded. Rafael dos Anjos, well-rounded, dangerous on the feet, BJJ ace. Tyron Woodley, of course, beast on the feet, wrestling background. Colby Covington, very well-rounded. Jorge Masvidal, really dangerous on the feet, underrated defensive wrestling. Gilbert Burns, well-rounded. So in Kamaru's defense, yes, he's beat some really great guys in impressive fashion. But in my personal opinion, I'm more impressed with GSP's record, his quality of opponents, and the way he took them out. Now there's also this narrative that Kamaru Usman's finishing more guys at welterweight in the UFC. That's not accurate. Overall, GSP has 8 finishes total and Kamaru Usman has 4. So in short guys, wrapping up, me personally, I still think GSP is the greatest welterweight of all time. I think Kamaru has a lot more to do. I think he can get there. There is a path for him and possibility that he could surpass GSP, but I don't agree with Dana White, he's not there yet. Of course, some of these views are just opinions. Some of them are stats and facts when you compare the two. I invite you guys to drop your opinion in the comment section. I would love to read your thoughts on who's the greatest welterweight of all time between Kamaru Usman and Georges St-Pierre. Thanks guys for watching this segment. If you enjoyed it, first time at the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, like and share, as that helps the channel grow. Appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next segment.